In the upper right, in the blue from the Shopify team house, his name is Byun. And one door over. He's got a boat. He's sailing across the sea now. He's the captain. It's Harstem. And I know I've been saying this, and I will keep saying it. I can't get over the fact that this is a round of 16 matchup. That one of Byun or Harstem is not gonna not making money off an EPT Cup's not the weirdest thing. These tend to be very stacked, but it's not even that they're not gonna make money and not gonna make EPT points. They're not going to winning this game doesn't get them into the money, doesn't get them into EPT points, which would be the expectation. No, instead, they have to win this series, and then they have to beat Clem, likely. Could be someone, it could be, I forget who the other person that Clem's playing against is, but you have to beat potentially Clem as well to make your way into the money, to hit top 4 to get EPT points in this last tune-up before DreamHack Atlanta. So this is just and the even crazier thing is this is not just, wow, this one tiny little subsection of the bracket that's got stacked through bracket luck and the fact that Raynor signed up and then never showed up. And then, well, the rest of it's not too crazy. Well, no, that's not even that. Australia's playing Cure down in the bottom side for, I want to say that's a round of 8 slot. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, it's likely Australia Cure on the round of 8. Max Bax is here. Dark is here. Raynor was in the top 4 as well on the list, but again, he didn't play. This is the most stacked EPT Cup we've seen in a long time, as a probe will go down pretty early here. But for now, oh, he gets juked out here, but it is only one shot away from dying. So, wow, Byun, he got the juke. He's doing a good job for now. It's gonna be maybe another probe, but no, the probes are pulled for now. Even still, Byun tries to get on top, denying mining, and Harstem, with these adepts, his micro's not exactly what it needs to be. He's buying so much time here as Byun. And I think he might heal up. Yeah, he soaks another shot, gets a probe before going down. And now, blanks on the way for Harstem. Third gateway on the way for Harstem. We're not seeing what we saw Trigger do all of yesterday, which is 2 gate expand over and over and over again. There's a robo on the way, of course. No, this is, sorry, this is our second gateway. I assumed it was the third based on the timing. But Harstem actually is a 2 gate expand after all. And for now, Byun seems like he's gonna get himself ready as Byun has been loving his cyclones in every single matchup. He started doing the 6 cyclone meta in TVT. He's just gonna dive a random cyclone into the natural, and if you don't have a bunch of stalkers to deal with this, you lose probes. Harstem's lost 4 probes. Actually, more than that. He's lost 6 probes over the course of this game and an adept, and there's nothing to kill the stalker. I hate to say it, Harstem's just dead. He did not expect to see this cyclone whatsoever, and this damage is more than yeah, he's gonna tap out. Byun takes game 1. Cyclone's too good. In the upper right, in the blue, he's up a game in this series. It's Byun. The bottom left, in the red, he did not expect the cyclone. It was a problem. It's Harstem. And look at this. Harstem knows that Byun, he's up a game. Byun is not immune at all from going and proxying something. But before we get too deeply into this series, I would like to remind you all that if you want more StarCraft action, best of 3s, best of 5s, best of 7s, Byun versus Harstem, Cyril versus Clem, Maru versus Cyril, the list goes on. Awesome games. You should hit the sub button on this YouTube channel, because 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. Eastern, you're going to get either a StarCraft VOD, or if something big's happening on the Stormgate front, you're going to get that as well. And if you want to catch me live, if you want to catch me live on YouTube, you hit the sub button, same deal. But if you want to catch me live on Twitch, and I do multi-stream, go follow me over there, twitch.tv/BeoMulf. It's going to be a good time. I welcome you with open arms. We're going to talk about StarCraft. It's going to be great. But for now, Harstem, well, for Byun, it is a Reaper expand once again. Importantly, It's actually not a Reaper. Technically, he's expanding with a Reaper, but this is Barracks Double Gas Factory into a command center. This is Byun opting into something that is a little bit more aggressive than just a classical Reaper expand. This means that you can go for Widow Mine drops a little bit faster, or get more Widow Mines. You can go and, well, do other things. You can go for Hellion drops sometimes. You can get a very quick Cyclone, as Byun is doing right here. And as Harstem is opening Stargate, remains to be seen what version of Stargate he goes for, as to whether I like this or not, because there are builds that had me believing that Stargate openers were in the dust. They were totally pointless. They're gone, annihilated. They don't matter anymore. They're just not viable in this matchup, because you can rally Cyclones, you can rally Marines, you can rally Vikings, and it is just not enough on the ground. Everything dies. This time, though, the Reaper will fall. Big improvement from Harstem compared to game 1. But if Harstem is just going mass Phoenix, and more importantly, if he gets a couple Phoenix runs across the map very quickly and scouts things out, I'm kind of okay with it. If he goes mass Phoenix and doesn't scout, and then Byun's Marine Ball runs across the map and kills him, that's a problem. That being said, everything else all equal, it doesn't appear that Byun is going for that Cyclone Medevac or Cyclone Viking Marine push that we've talked about. He's got a single Cyclone. It's defensively on the map. It should shut down any Adept that wants to run across. It's holding the Zilnaga and that incredibly broken spot where you can be in the... Well, actually, he's not quite line of sight broken, but he's pretty much holding the area. But I love this from Harstem. He's sending the first Phoenix onto the other side of the map. We'll take some damage because of the Cyclone in the middle, but he's going to have a very quick scout. So we're going to see, okay, 1-1-1 double gas. He sees how much gas has been mined here, so we should know that this was a gas taken a little bit earlier into the game than you might have otherwise expected. So he should know roughly what's up here. He should know this was Barracks Double Gas Factory into that command center. This does mean quicker tech, and in fact, I talked about whether this is shaping up for a timing or not. This is feeling like it's going to shape up for a timing. It's just a different one. It's not the Cyclone build, but there will be 2 tanks. There's a medevac on the way. There's no tech lab on the barracks at 4:30. And again, that wouldn't be too crazy if this was a macro build, but it's not. Byun did get tech early. And instead, what this means is Byun's going to push across the map with a medevac with tanks pulling the SCVs here, doing everything he can to put the hammer and tongs to Harstem before Harstem builds whatever he wants, before Harstem gets ready. So Harstem, he's got an Immortal on the ground. He's got 2 Adepts on the ground. That's not a lot here. And yes, the Robo Bay is done, but he needs to get a second Immortal right now. Stalkers are going to warp in, and it's damage on the tank to start. That's why you have the SCVs. They can repair this. So what's Harstem doing? He's got Phoenix in the middle of the map. This pylon is poorly placed, and the overcharge is not going to be useful whatsoever. So the Immortals are going to be forced to fight Phoenix from the backside, but the Immortal's dead even before that, and now the Marines are just going to target things down. The Cyclone gets lifted, but it's not going to die, and Harstem is dead again. Maybe there's a second. I mean, an Immortal's going to pop out, and maybe that slows things down. Oh, is he dead? It's only 3 Marines for anti-air, and medevacs don't out-heal the number. Maybe he's not dead yet. I think this is actually somewhat manageable. So for now, Immortal is done. Another one on the way here. Phoenix are doing a really nice job getting on top of the medevacs, knocking the healing down. The problem again, did he lose another? Oh, no, he's got the Immortal, but he's not going to get the second one out. So now the pincher's close. Now it gets harder here. It's 1 Immortal. It's Stalkers warping in. We have no Robo, so all the tech that Harstem is committed to is a bit of a problem, but the Marines will fall. This is a big deal because the Phoenix can absolutely dominate this if there's no anti-air, and that's the problem. So for now, the Liberator is going to siege up on top. The Immortal's dead. Now Harstem's truly dead. Byun moves on to the round of 8, where he likely runs into Clem.